Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. Today we're going to be looking at a piece by the artist Alaa Abdullah. He is a 3D artist working with just some stunning, stunning pieces. This is actually his second showcase that he's ever gotten. The original one was entitled No Signal, and it was back in February. If you want to go reference that piece, go check it out. Just some stunning work coming from this artist, so we're going to jump right into it. So, in your initial introduction, you're met with this intense glow of this fireman here in the center region. It's hard to say whether he's a fireman, a soldier, or just a regular civilian, but we do see this kind of uniform-esque bodysuit here. So it's hard to say sure exactly what's going on, but just in your initial introduction, you're likely caught by this extreme light here in the center. You know, that's absolutely striking. It feels like a flare of energy, some type of fire that's just igniting right in the center region of the visual composition. So you'll notice it emphasizes itself and it captures your attention through its center placement, but it also captures your attention through this stunning light on dark contrast as well. So that's always important to note. And you'll see the dark on light contrast even in the center region of the visor here. You know, that skull really just calls your attention toward it. So multiple degrees and levels of contrast here. But whenever we're talking about the greater form of our subject, it is that light on dark contrast that just glows itself against the darker background. And so the background provides that neutral aesthetic for this stunning, stunning, intense light to just contrast and emphasize itself and to call your attention to the highest degree possible. So I think that's important to note. So as I said before, there's kind of this flare here in the center region of the spatial composition, and it's igniting, it's exploding, it's capturing your attention in every way possible. And I think that can really be attributed and accredited to, say, the energy or the visual aesthetic of fire. And fire is something that over many, many years, just like the snake, we have grown to both fear. We have a fear and a fascination with fire. So those both just call you in and capture your attention. It's kind of preying on your primal senses to just pull your attention and say, what is this? And, you know, we see that also with the blood red color in this piece as well. You know, red is a highly attentive color. It always draws your attention. So whenever we see this blood red mixed with this fire-esque yellow light, that just, you know, it invigorates, it gets your heart pumping, and it really pulls you into this piece so that you cannot look away whenever you get that. You know, it captures your attention and it commands it to the highest degree possible. So it looks like he's standing on what appears to be lava. You know, it's hard to say for sure what this is, but it looks like some type of lava or magma, and that really glows with that kind of lava aesthetic, and it further adds to this blood red color that we just mentioned. And then there also are these smaller degrees of that yellow light that we mentioned as well. So those really all work together to emphasize the form and to just further reinforce this color palette. Of course, the color palette is this dark midnight black with the maroon, and then we go to a lighter blood red, to a lighter blood red, and then we go to that orangish yellow to white light. So there's a full range of color values and light values within this piece. So I think that's also important to note. You know, an incredible amount of diversity, but this light on dark in the center is really what just calls you back to it. So, as I said before, it looks like he's standing on some lava. You know, that really adds to the further energy and the visual energy of the piece here. And, you know, yikes, there's a lot of energy. You know, has our subject survived? You know, it's kind of hard to say for sure, but we see the broken glass. We see the symbol of the subject, which is the skull. That reminds of death. That reminds of fatality. So I think it's a little easy to conclude, perhaps, that our subject did not survive. What do you guys think? Has this subject survived? What do you guys think when what do you see when you view this piece? So let me know down in the comments below. So as I said before, you see the broken glass, you see the fire, you see this molten magma, you see the skull symbol, and just everything is on fire here. So, you know, I don't think this subject survived, although, you know, y'all may see something different. Just let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinion on this piece. And, you know, even if our subject didn't survive, maybe we're looking at some type of mythological symbolism, you know, like the rebirth of the phoenix, and the phoenix must burn and go to complete ashes before it is born again. So I think that's really what reminds me here as well. Even if our subject didn't survive and this was ultimately fatal, then perhaps it is a rebirth. Perhaps it is kind of walking into the fire, or the fire and fury of the tumultuous times of life in order to come out reborn as a higher figure. Maybe I'm going a little too deep on that, but I do think that this ignites some themes of the Phoenix, of the death and fire, and perhaps the further rebirth that comes after the scene which we're looking at here. So a really, really incredible piece, just so much visual energy within this work. It really captures your attention and it does not let you look away. So some incredible work coming from Alaa Abdullah. Like I said, this is his second showcase ever in the Apollo Art Archive. Just some incredible works coming from this artist. He really likes this kind of astronaut type of theme here, and just some fatal displays coming from his work. In another one of his pieces, it was entitled No Signal. So no signal implies death. So I think that may be kind of a reoccurring theme within his work, although it's hard to say for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this piece. Some incredible things coming from this artist. This one really caught my attention and I just knew I had to write about it. Just some incredible tones coming from this, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something as well. So as I said before, this was a 3D rendering, so he's working within 3D art. Alaa Abdullah doing some amazing work, so I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Apollo, this was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.